Instead of going in there saying, she said you did. This is how it goes. This is how it goes. He did. And then as soon as she stopped talking, everybody look at you. And they're waiting for your response. They're waiting for you to respond. They're waiting for you to respond. Right? So if you sit there and go, if you sit there and what I do is I will repeat everything they said. So I did this, then I did that. I want to be clear. I did this, and then I did that. And then after I came back in the house and I did that. Prove it. And they're gonna be looking at you like, no, you supposed to bitch, you supposed to cluck. Prove it. You got Ring camera doorbells, yeah? Where's me at on the Ring camera? Oh, the cameras wasn't working at that time. I'm quite sure they wasn't. But they work every other time. You just sat in here and you showed XYZ, but this time when I came and kicked your door in, your Ring cameras wasn't working. So I guess I'm in conjunction with the Ring people, huh? I just know your Ring password. I shut your cameras off, huh? Okay. Well, when did that happen? Okay. Well, funny thing is, I was over here when that happened. Don't tell me. I pulled a Captain Kirk and beamed to your house and beamed back. You got to make a mock. You got to make fun of them. And get your victory by stopping the bullshit. That's what it gets down to. But when you sit down there, because I don't know if y'all realize this, but if something never happened, how could you ever respond to it? How could you respond to it? Let me give you an example of what I'm talking about. I was working at the post office. And for you guys that come here, you see, I get into my little comedy skits. I'll be cracking jokes. You see that, right? Well, when I was working on the window, I used to actually do stand-up comedy. I used to practice a lot of my comfort of wooside and talking in front of people when the line was going out the door. So I'm line going out the door. Next, yeah, can I get a roll of stamps? You want butter on that? Ah, here you go. Come next. Hey, can I do it? You want a receipt? Yeah, because they free today. Yeah, we normally charge you for the receipt. All of a sudden, this guy comes in there. I'm like, next, look, I don't need to hear your nonsense. He just started ripping into me. So when he started ripping into me, I just shut down. And then he's like, blah, blah, blah. I did that. How can I help you, sir? Like, he just tore off into me. And then I was just like, how can I help you, sir? Like, all you're tearing off into me means nothing. I didn't even acknowledge it. But then he does something very, very unbecoming of a bunhole. He goes and tells the postmaster on me. Assistant postmaster comes in there. Chris, get off the window. Postmaster needs to see you. So I goes in the postmaster's office. It's postmaster in there. The assistant postmaster standing behind him. My supervisor is sitting in a chair, and there's an empty chair next to him. I was told to sit down. The assistant postmaster get to talking. Chris, a man came in here today and said you such and such. I said, I don't know what you're talking about. Well, a guy said such and such and such and such and such. I don't know what you're talking about. Don't know what you're talking about. 24 hours. Bye, rolling. Don't know what you're talking about. Well, Chris, such and such and such. Don't know what you're talking about. Then finally the postmaster said, Chris, you had a situation with a guy. You tell us what happened. I told him what happened. Because the guy went in there and said I called him an a-hole. So, and then the postmaster said, we kind of thought something. He said, Chris, I just wanted to tell you, we didn't believe him. I said, good. I got up. I said, appreciate that. I said, oh, yeah, and by the way, I'm a black guy. I say motherfucker. We don't call black people. We don't call people assholes. Only y'all white people do that. And when I walked out the office, they was like, Yeah. That's how you got to be. That's how you got to be. You cannot, under circumstances zero, you cannot put yourself in a situation where you allow a lie to win. And a lot of y'all go to court and you find yourself fighting a lie. So you have to know where your victories are. And your victories are simply saying, you got Ring doorbell, right? Yeah, you do. Oh, yes, you do. Don't tell me. I bet on this day yours wasn't working. Yeah. Show it to him then. You said I did that? Okay. It is amazing. I had a case with an individual that lived in Florida, Texas. And this gentleman got accused of molesting his 2 children. So in a custody battle, this 38-year-old military man, because when you hire us to put us on a retainer and we're consulting, we're consulting you about your case, everybody knows that the one thing that we say is, let's start having some fun. Because I know you got the jitters. So our motto over here is, let's start having some fun. Well, we had this one individual who goes to court and he's fighting. And the week before he was to go back to court, a week before that, and this is crazy. This is crazy. A week before he has to go to court, the Friday before he had to go to court, he gets hit with a molestation of his children. So he goes to get his child at the daycare, and instead of the children being there, a man walks up to him, "You've been served." I want y'all to pay real close attention to this story. If you got record on your phone, I want you to record this story, because this is how women do when they try to destroy you in a custody battle. Let me say this again. This is what women do when they try to destroy you in a custody battle. They always say you molested the kids. That's why I stopped going to go see my daughter. I knew that was coming. Appreciate those thumbs up, y'all. So he calls us up. He sends Lydia a consultation. I do the consultation with him. And he's, they said this, but they just clucking. So I'm just listening to him. And I said, I start laughing. I said, yo, man, I'm so glad you stopped talking, because I was falling asleep. You know what he responded with? Man, this ain't funny. This is my life. I said, okay, this is your life, right? Just what he said. His words, not mine. This is my life. Why are you laughing? You all probably would have said, man, that's messed up. I'm not into that nonsense. See, I specialize in the why you think I call women creatures? They're dumb. I've been saying this for years, but y'all don't believe me. Y'all will allow a woman to pull something out of the air and run with it. And y'all be like, no! No, sir. No, sir. Not happening. We ain't doing that. We ain't doing that, right? So this woman says he molested his kids. So I want to be clear about. So I said to him after he said, "This is my life. Why are you laughing?" I said, "Who are you, man?" And every time he called, I could tell his new girlfriend. He was talking to me on speaker because his new girlfriend. I would hear his new girlfriend. I say, "Hey, what document? What day was that when you went to court?" Then I would hear her say, "I think it was on the 5th." And then he would say, "Oh, the 5th." Right? Appreciate those thumbs up, y'all. So I said, "Who are you, man? Who are you?" He said, "What do you mean?" I said, "Who are you?" I said, "Who are you?" He's, I said, "My man, let me get this straight. You molested both your kids?" That's what she's saying. Okay. All right. Go easy on the clucking. So I said, "You molested both your kids?" So what did the detective say? I didn't speak to a detective. I said, okay. Did they put the cuffs on too tight at least? I mean, did they put the cuffs on tight? No, I didn't get arrested. I said, and you live in Texas. So what's the statute on molestation in Texas? Because what you're telling me is you molested 2 kids and you so much as didn't see a pair of handcuffs. You molested 2 kids and you never seen a police car. You molested 2 kids and you didn't get read your rights. You molested 2 kids and the best thing you got is a restraining order? I said, I'm going to be clear about something. I would think what you need to do is go to your local court, go to your local prison, and see how many individuals are in there for molesting children. And then ask yourself, what the fuck makes you so special that you was told that you did it and you're not in court? Then I heard the female say, oh, her light bulb moment went on quicker than his. I said, there's just no way on this planet. No way. Or I said, there's just no way on this planet. No way on this planet. Appreciate those thumbs up, y'all. I should stop the live stream until I get at least 30. But there is just no way on this planet. This is why I told y'all, save this little segment right here because people need to hear it. A lot of you guys go into a lot of situations. A lot of guys are answering to a lot of situations. And instead of saying this, say no, of course. But anyway, so I said, I'm here to tell you that a lot of molesters, a lot of guys that will that molest kids will flock to Texas. If you're sitting here on this phone today and telling me that you molested both of your kids and the only thing you got was a restraining order. So that woman said he molested her, and this is what she said. She said, this is what she said. This is fake out the gate. She said, my kids came home and I said, what's wrong? And the kids went like this. Daddy, daddy, daddy. What? Both kids. Oh, daddy, to you too? Yeah. Oh, I'm going to get a restraining order. So you mean to tell me this is what a woman would do now, y'all? This is what women do. You mean to tell me a man molests his kids and you don't call the cops? A man molests his kids and the first thing you think is a restraining order. Really? Really? So I'm in court. So after that, I said, okay, you got anything else, man? Because I'm busy. He busted out laughing. And he said, how are we going to handle this? I said, I'm going to go ahead and draft you up a consultation, a motion, and blah, 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 blah. I drafted him up a motion. And I went after the judge. I said, are you seriously going to sit here and entertain a 38-year-old molesting his kids a week before a custody hearing? I said, Your Honor, are you really trying to entertain this? Or are you just going to recuse yourself and allow this to continue? So he goes to court next week. And you know what? He sent us an email. He sent us an email and said, man, I went in there and I smoked her and her attorney. I said, my man. He thought I wanted to talk about it. He thought I wanted to be like, yeah. Nope. I don't see no victory in that. I just, okay, yeah, good stuff. Yeah, so I wiped my ass and it was funny. Like, that's nothing that I want to talk about. I don't want to talk about that. That's nothing to talk about. That's nothing that's going to have me saying, that's nothing that's going to have me saying this is worthy of a conversation. It's not worthy of a conversation. It's not worthy of a conversation. I'm not going to sit there. Yeah. Oh, it's not a conversation. You think it's a conversation. So stopping that BS is the perspective on getting a victory. And then you stockpile on other things and say, oh no, I'm coming for you. My boot and your toe is about to be real good friends. So you guys got to understand something. A victory in court is saying you wanted to do the nonsense and I stopped it. Just understand.